Howdy folks, it's Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. It is just before midnight. And today we're going to do an unboxing of this Kickstarter I just received today. And many of you are familiar with the Tiny Epic series, like Tiny Epic Battles, Tiny Epic Dungeon. Many different titles in that line. This is new Tiny Epic Vikings. So here we have the main box, deluxe edition, and this is the Colossal Expansion. Yeah, that's kind of just like Jumbo Shrimp. A Tiny Epic Colossal Expansion, indeed. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. I, as usual, have put some slits in the shrink near the corners to aid in the unwrapping. Some of you like to see the actual unshrinking, unwrapping of the product. Others don't care. I'll go ahead and open this now, but I won't. I'll open them in the boxes in order. There we go. All right. So, upside down. Gamelyn Games. All right, let's take a look at the back of the box. I'm going to zoom in to aid in reading part of this. You lead a clan of Vikings over 3 eras in hope of claiming the icy lands as your own. Cards, leaders, builders, harvesters, explorers, warriors. You raid and conquer the islands with settlers, build boats, temples to gain influence, and battle for the favor of the gods. All right, so easy entry, high on strategy, low downtime, short playtime, high replayability, and a small box. That's the attributes that they say define a Tiny Epic game. Scott Almes, designer. Almes? I'm going to assume Almes. All right. So what do we have in the box? A double-sided mat board, the first for a Tiny Epic game. 4 clan mats, 6 god mats, an era score mat, 48 Viking cards, 18 favor cards, 48 wooden Viking tokens. Well, those look like runes. These are probably the Viking tokens. 9 wooden runes, 13 wooden villages. Oh, cool. Down here. 21 wooden trackers, 1 rulebook. So they're probably including this guy's and this guy's in with the wooden Viking tokens, both the boats and the dudes. All right. Card sleeves sizes, if you sleeve. Let's see. So they say short, but they don't actually give a anticipated time. All right. So let's open it up and actually peek at the contents. There we go. All right. So I'm going to zoom back out. Right here, the Raiders rulebook. Learn while you play. Interactive play along tutorial. So you can scan that QR code and get a little tutorial online, but you have the nice pictures of the contents. Of course, it's a little bit small because the whole thing's small, but you can see that good enough if you need to. So those are the settlers, boats, temples. 1 raven, interesting. Chieftain, resources, fury, runes. So yeah, so all those guys, looks like in 4 different colors. Boy, I'll tell you, that's 4 colors or 3. There's got to be a difference between that guy and that guy. They look white and blue here. Maybe one of them is greenish. This is green and yellow, red. We'll have to see the actual dudes to see how easy it is to tell them apart. All right, table of contents. I'm going to pull this in closer. Setup, overview, resources and runes, drafting cards, performing actions, starters on a battle, map, islands and fjords, from a leader action, gain control of an island, increase a god's fury, influence, steal an island rune, perform a rune action, There's different kinds of actions. Interesting. All right. Dedicated village. Clean up. Final scoring. 2 players game variant. All right. So did it actually say how many players? This is normally 4. Do you see that there? On the back of the box. And it looks like it supports up to 4 players, but sounds like the particular rules for 2 players are different. So it looks like it supports up to 4, but it doesn't say that on the back of the box, which I would expect. But quick reference guide on the back. Resources, runes. Again, settlers, boats, temples, the village. Here's the meaning of the different icons. Explore with a temple. That's interesting but weird. You actually move one of your temples to an adjacent island. Would you really do that first before someone else exploring it? I do not know. That seems odd to me, but we will find out at some point, won't we? All right, let's go back to the front. All right, total rules. Count pages. Again, it's a smaller, I think, was that like 4x6 ish? 23 pages, so I'd assume 24 in the back, 2-1. Yeah, so 24 pages, including the cover. The back cover is useful. Quick reference guide. So 23 pages of actual rules, but small form factor. Okay, 2-player game variant. Drafting choices. Solo rules. They do indeed have solo rules, and that is a big chunk of these last pages here. So page 15 is the end of the normal rules. So 14 pages on basically how to play a typical 3 or 4 player game, a tiny bit on a 2-player variant, and then the rest is solo. Yep, all the way to the end there. Solo. All right. But it has solo. So for those of you that do. All right, so that is the rule book. Lots of examples, full color. Okay. Wooden bits, many wooden bits. We saw those different ones there, runes, settlers, temples, boats. I'm not sure what that little round, the brown, probably was resources. Yeah, there's wheat and so like coal. That's corn. Is that corn or wheat? I can't tell. All right. More bits. Shamans, a mini expansion. Okay, so this is probably one of the deluxe edition add-ins, like a stretch goal or something. So that's in the box expansion. Tiny Epic Vikings Shamans mini expansion. All right. And what are those? Cairn tokens. All right. These look like some kind of, since this is a bag that's not, well, still, let's see if my big fat fingers can't get in there. Here we go. There we go. We got the adhesive. You can actually see these cards. All right, they look like some kind of a resource card and like a rune symbol above. I don't know if you trade these in sets or something. You get these as rewards. Oh, interesting. Some have 2. Some have more resources. Some have less, but more rune symbols. So who knows how these are used. Some trading, some part of the little economy engine. Stick those aside. Oh, here's what the backs look like. Alrighty. This is probably like the action cards and stuff. That's pretty cool artwork. Now let's see if we're lucky enough to have one of those easy to grab. Oh, I see something. but that's not it. If my fingers can grab it. Otherwise, I'm not going to open them right now. Is that? Nope. So, that's what they look like. So, some kind of action cards or something. Leader action card, I would guess. All right. We're not gone too long. I'll try to get into that again later. Okay, these are mats. These are in one of these bags with the adhesive that I can get into relatively easily. That's a bonus for you. You guys get to see. All right, come on. Cooperate. There we go. All right, these are kind of nice finish. These are sturdy. I mean, they're not super thick, but they shouldn't wear too much unless you play, dozens of time a week for weeks and months on end. So some kind of player mat. Okay, these are those god mats. Odin, Frigg, Thor, Freya, Sif, and Njord. Njordi. All right, so that's those, and these. Yeah, these would be player mats. Because these look identical except for the color background. And so that looks like the turn track. Every 5. Oh, it's zigzags. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute. Goes up, goes down. No. Zigzag. So I think it's a victory point marker, not a day marker. Could be a turn marker, but that seems like a long game if it goes to 40 turns, but depends on how fast it plays, right? So we could try to look and figure real quick what that was. The Era Score Mat. So maybe these transition eras. But this is on the other side. Maybe this is only used during the setup. Or, I don't know. That seems problematic to me to have. Who knows? All right, here's the map. All right. Little tiny board. It does fold out, though. All right, so it is two-sided, like it said. Different islands with different runes. This looks like to have exactly 2 runes of each of 3 types. Interesting. Some of these go. I'm not sure if those are links that you travel this way or that just breaks apart these sea areas, but these things are adjacent to this way. So I would think it breaks up into areas, but it looks more like, I don't know. I'm gonna guess that the sea areas and each port is next to 2 sea areas. 'Tis my guess. Go guess. Be my guest. All right, so here's a bigger one. More islands, 3 of each color. So these here, it was the same physical size. You just have less overall islands because physically one's bigger, but this is bigger in the sense of more territory to play with. Alrighty. Let me put that back there. So that's them components in the base game. My only real question right now is like, what is going on with this 2-sided card? Well, these have a back. This is informational. Boy, if you have to keep stuff on here during play, you can't refer to this. So I don't know. That seems problematic. See, the god cards, the god mats, don't have anything on the back. So I'll have to find out about that. All right. Cool lot of bits. All right, let's look at Tiny Epic Vikings Ragnarok. Colossal Expansion. All right. Come on, baby. Ragnarok. All right. And rulebook. Ragnarok, the Slayer's rulebook. This is very tiny. 8 pages. The front cover is one of them. So it's 7 pages of rules for this colossal expansion. Wow, there's more board. Cool. All right. Valkyrie tokens. Valkyrie mats. Cards. Giant Slayer cards. Giant tokens. More God mats. Alrighty. The Bitter North map. Slay a giant. Clean up. Valkyries. Valkyries, Valkyrie. Where do you put the accent? You tell me. How do you pronounce it? Valkyrie. Valkyries. Valkyrie. All right. 2-player solo. So they got rules how this works in the solo or the 2-player variant. So, yeah, looks kind of cool. All right, so these are those big giant tokens. They look like they have like different strengths in the back, ranging from about 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 10. So it's only on like 1, 6, 1, 10, with a lot of 7s and 8s. All right. Different leader action cards that we had. Let's look at these. I want to make sure I don't right now. I don't want to mix up the main game and the expansion at this point. I know what goes where. Okay, more clans. So the front of these cards look to be identical. So you could use any unused card to keep track of yourself on, have the information on the back. So certainly having this expansion helps. Baldur, Heimdall, Nanna, Sigyn, Sol, and Tyr. So that helps flush out the Norse pantheon of gods. All right, this is going back in here. So let me get the map out, Timber, and put this back here. Let's take a look at what the expansion offers. All righty, so this looks like all swampy and sea monsters and stuff. This has 3, so this is a larger map. The 3 different kind of runes, 3 of each. This is a smaller map, again, 2 of each of the 3 runes. But this must be the frozen north with the monster, all these icebergs and stuff. So this is up north, where the fjords are frozen more often. Well, this has icebergs too, so this is definitely swampier, though. Aha! That's what it is. See that? This is a 4-player map for 4 players. This is for 1 to 3 players. I'll bet you the other one's like that too. So, alrighty. So that, folks. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at those now. That is our unboxing of Tiny Epic Vikings and the Tiny Epic Vikings Ragnarok Colossal Expansion for Tiny Epic Game. The main game had a mini expansion in it too. Shamans. So this was the deluxe edition. Doesn't say that on the box here, but it was on the shrink. So I don't know if all of them are deluxe editions. When you buy it, it's like, well, it's really the same, or was there actually something deluxe about it or not? I do not know. But let's leave this with this. Those were here. These goodies were all over here. All right. So folks, this is Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. If you are viewing this in the next couple of days, a reminder, we have our game giveaway going right now. We're trying to exceed 350 subscribers. Once we get to 351 or more, the day or two after that, depending what time of day that we exceed that threshold, we will be giving away 2 games. So find that video, and if you subscribe to the channel, watch it, like it, comment on there whether you want to have 1 or 2 or 3 tickets, and that depends. If you're willing to pay full shipping, you can get 3 drawing tickets. If you pay half shipping, if you win, you get 2 tickets. And if you want a total free experience, you can go for one ticket, which will, if you win, you don't have to pay any shipping at all. So that giveaway is available until it's not. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already entered. And you could win a game. Not this one. Not this one. There's 4 games in the pool. 2 people will win, though. So this is Meandering Mike. Man Cave of Madness is now after midnight since I started this. And to all you good folks out there, see you in Valhalla.